Salle시오.
안녕하세요.
Greetings to all Salesians, conference, the Salesian sisters, Caritas sisters, VDBs, all Salesian cooperators, all past pupils and all friends of Don Bosco in Korea. Yes, this is the first time for around 43 days I have been in Korea. There are many impressions that I can share with you, but shortly I would like to say some very positive points. Korea is a society which has been developed very quickly since 1970s, and I can say currently Korea is competing with Japan. It means in social stability, in economy, and the young generation with the updated technology like smartphone industry, mass media industry, car industry, like in Asia, you know, Kia, Hyundai. Second, the cultural development with arts, music, movies, and tourism. Third, in terms of education, the Korean government invests a lot with various educational and social welfare programs, education schools, universities, big university, school in very high methodology of teaching, and also social welfare programs for the left behinds, like the dropout school students or the young with problems or delinquents, etc., etc. And then one very distinctive characteristic of the people of Korea is the work ethics, and among the young, study diligence. They work hard, they study hard for better future. A part of the young is left behind due to high competition for top university entrance, like we say sky universities, because top universities guarantee financial success and career. That's why a part of the young will be left, or they will be disappointed or frustrated. Second, according to me, high competition in the workplace causes pressure, psychology or emotionally upon the family, or both parents go to work. That's why when Salesians work with the young, they found out that the cases of young people in trouble are alarming, increasing due to those factors: competition, family dysfunction, and it has a negative impact upon the whole society, very similar to those in Japan. And the third one, very important for Salesians, the so-called invisibility of material poverty hides many new forms of poverty, like emotional, relational, familial. It challenges the Salesian mission, which targets the so-called poor youth. Yes, I have visited all the Salesian communities in Korea, 11 communities. There are many good things in the province of Korea. The Salesian conference, because most of them, all of them had to complete the military service, so somehow they are formed with independence, and they are strong in character as well as in disciplines. And second, the Salesian explicitly opt to work for the poor youth, the less privileged and underprivileged within the social welfare system, with professionalism to transform the young people and return them back to the family and society as good citizens. And in a number of cases, the young staying with the Salesians ask for Christian baptism, of course with the consent of their parents. And for the Salesians, right in the beginning, there has been a long tradition of serving the young in material poverty, like orphanages. And the works here has been more socialized oriented. And also, the Salesians are granted space. In terms of space, I can see a little bit limitation. And since here there's only one regular high school and only one parish. So even for social welfare system, the governments ask Salesians to work in the boundary of this kind of work. That is the beautiful things, also challenges for the Salesians. Then Salesians in Korea are trying to identify the new forms of poverty and look for just responses. Also, another point, the growing import of migrant workers in manual and technical works. That's why there are about 1 million migrant workers from the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia or China, mainly Asian. It opens a vast field of ministries to the church and to the young, to the Salesians who want to work with the young. Regarding the challenges, I can see that these challenges exist not only in Korea, but also in different places and also in the church. Here we don't mention about superficiality of spiritual life or the full commitment to community life. It exists everywhere. Each one has to try to face and to overcome. But development hides new forms of poverty. That's why the Salesians have to face this and to confront it and to find proper or just responses. Second, as I said, because the Korea society is changing culturally, economically, politically very fast. That's why there are new forms of poverty, and the Salesians have to work together. We mean the teamwork in brainstorming, listening from on groups and to on groups of Salesian family, Salesian sisters, Salesian cooperators, friends of the Moscow, especially listening to the young to find out the right responses. The third one, I can see that there's the need, the challenge of mutual collaboration between the dioceses and the religious congregations for evangelization. We are facing the fact that the young are leaving the church. Does the church in Korea and the Salesians have some responses? And what kinds of reaching out measures do we have? And how we can multiply these responses? Usually I divided the answers in two parts. The vocation of religious community life and the missions. First, regarding the vocations, some conferences assessed that the situation is more challenging because the decline of vocations, fewer candidates to Salesian congregation in Korea, and also the number of conferences getting older. But for me, the situation is not or has not been yet drastic. Why? Because until now, the province of Korea has 17 or 18 Salesians in initial formation and a number of Salesians in working age. And also the lifespan is longer. It means the Salesians can work until late 70s or early 80s. So challenging, but also the strength we still have. At the same time, the province of Korea has a very active plan to promote vocations. Currently, 2 are ready for pre-novitiate, 3 are in aspirants, and next year, hopefully, there are 5 young men who will enter the aspirantate. It means God is still calling and blessing the Korean province with vocations. Yet, this is we need to focus. We need to be more active. How? It means more prayers, including prayers for lay brothers' vocations, by personal and community prayers, by personal and community witness, by personal invitation, It is the responsibility, the task of all citizens, not only the sector of vocation promotion, but all young or senior. Also, because of challenges came from the society, the province is growing, for me, going in the right direction. When it targets the graduates of high school and college students, we could do more with them with more initiatives. And in the same journey, a good, I can say very good number of lay Catholics embraced the vocations as Salesian cooperators. The last 7 years, the number has been multiplied for more than 5 times, from 120 to 550. That's a good size. The challenges, but also the responses to challenges. Second, development of missions. The province has the tradition to send out missionaries, also to support missionaries, because it's the nature of Salesian vocations. And Father John Lee has been presented as a good and excellent model. So, on behalf of the provinces in East Asia, Oceania, I thank you very much for all the support the missions Kokura in Korea has supported them. Yet, in spite of all challenges from the demands of missionary life, I would like to encourage you to continue and don't be afraid, because missionary vocations comes from God, and there will be more young people who respond to these vocations. So I encourage all Salesian family members to promote more vocations. But as I said, personal prayer, a witness of the community life, and do not hesitate to initiate the invitation process. Second, the Salesian society in Korea should become a brand name as a religious entity who opts to work for the young in need. I think of the alternative schools, Xavier School, and the society will appreciate and trust these difficult, sensitive sections of youth to the Salesians. Also, we should work more with the lay people or under the lay people. It should be a normal thing for Korean Salesians, how to form the lay people to be responsible for Salesian charism and missions themselves. That's my word. But like any companies, they are very typical. For example, when we talk about Samsung, everyone talk about the smartphone. Okay, Hyundai, Kia, this the car industry. Then when we talk about Salesians, everyone in Korean society, in the church, yes, Salesians are targeting the poor youth. That's what I mean. I have been visiting the community of Derindong. It's almost 30 years. In spite of challenges, in spite of difficulties, the Salesians stick this community. You can imagine, they are not Dominic Savio. They are not the best students in the school. They are the problematic young people. But after 6 months with Salesians, living with them, I can see they are Dominic Savio. They are very good, open, dedicated. Even a number of them pray very well. And they very live in the family. So if we can present this model to the whole society, to all Salesians about this way you form your troublemakers, boys or children in your family, the society will have less and less problems. I think of 2 areas that you can continue. You have started, and I encourage you to continue. First, about missions. Please continue to assist the missions in those provinces which are still in the process of development, like Timor-Leste, like Cambodia, like Myanmar, Pakistan, in our EAO region, but also evidently to African countries. Second, in Korea now there are million migrant youth workers. Please working together to take care of the migrant workers from their original countries. I'm very happy to hear that there is a solution in the preparatory commission of the Bishop Conference of Korea, and also the province is setting up a committee to collaborate and plan for the young who come to Korea for the World Youth Day 2027. My suggestion or proposals, please contact our solutions, especially youth ministry in Portugal and also the sector of youth ministry in Rome, because they have had experiences to organize these global level events. And I also think this is a great time for renewing the zeal for evangelization in Korea. As I said before, we all are facing the phenomenon, the fact that the young sometimes are leaving the church. This is the refreshing or great time for renewing our zeal for evangelization. I believe there will be a lot, because especially in Asia, in Europe, I don't know about in Latin America, but Europe and Asia, they love Korean movies, they love Korean dances, they love the many beautiful things, the food presented in all mass media. I believe they will come to Korea. But first of all, they come to experience. Please present them not the cultural beautiful things, but present them how the faith, Catholic faith, has been sold in this country, how the lay people are in charge of the ministries, of course under the animation of the church, how the lay people animate all the ministries in Korea. That's what I wish they can learn. So I had a number of opportunities to meet different groups of Salesian family, the sisters, of course, Caritas, of course, also the Salesian cooperators, and second, I recommend that especially for the Salesian cooperators and past pupils, we need to consolidate, strengthen the formation so that those members can get the essence of Salesian charism and they can bear witness to it with their own joyful, happy life and also happy apostolate. The third point, as in other provinces, the number of consecrated Salesian is not and will not be as numerous as in the past. Yet, the number of Salesian cooperators has been increasing. That's wonderful. Then this is the direction that all members of Salesian family should be aware of and prepare themselves, especially Salesian cooperators, prepare yourself well to assume the Salesian charism, Salesian apostolate, and even start the apostolate by yourself. Thank you very much. Kamsahamnida. In these days, I've been completing the consultation process in Korea, but we continue the process in Rome. So I hope that we can discuss this consultation, the results, early in June, and we hope that early in June or late June we can have the announcement of the new provincial of Korea. Yet, how the new and the current one will communicate and the transition of the responsibility, it depends on the two provincials, the present one and the coming one. Thank you very much. Kamsahamnida.